Got it dropped on a pussy nigga. He from Mississippi. Got the scissors to get busy from my partner. I'm my body. Feelings on let me hold it. Trying to piece me to come with me. Say you love. I'm like, I know you love me. Say you did. And my bitch nigga about it till his head. Let his head. Let his mama cry for man. Fuck, man. Fuck. Think you know a motherfucker. I grew up with these niggas. Never seen it till it took so far. But it's all running. More right now. I like it pretty brown skin. It don't matter what the matter. It's real nigga shit. Perk got them drugs, got them getting 3 J's. All they throwing, all they showing. Every different trade. Too much energy. I gotta get it. Make it, gotta skate it. No exertion, no take that when you gon' mind playing trick. It's also kicking in. You can't pressure, we don't pressure. Chop a gang, chop them down, chop shit, chop shit, chop a style, chop a gang, chop them down, chop shit, chop a style, chop a gang, chop them down, chop shit, chop a style. When these bitches get the flipping on this bitch, Gabby P, all out the window with that bitch, she'll burn it on my seat, chop a gang for your spot, whether you like it or not, get a guys got me body from beating up the block, and I'm coming in the water, spray me off his track, y'all empty, this shit is curing in the water, and bottle with the fire, nigga, bitch, fuck a hoe, fuck on her, yeah, I get loaded, or you follow with the channel, I like it, dog, I need it, and I started with my man, but when they got it, they really ain't that bad, y'all too mad, they provide it, they don't do that, say no man, matter of fact, nigga, homie, where your man, he won't serve me, dog, I won't fuck me up, cause that's my man.
Real goddamn street legendary. That's your spot right there. Real street radio. All right, man. Tonight is a very, very special night. I didn't know. Okay, here go the mic. We gotta find a way that everybody can get some of that mic. Everybody needs to get some a little bit. Oh, won't you? Let's do a mic check. This something that goddamn. This something important. Y'all just let me do my thing. Let's see what we got. Here we go. Bam. All right. Let's get a mic check. Let me hear you. Everybody introduce themselves. I go first. You already know what it is, my nigga. Ayo Consaco, pay when I say so. But did you? Push it in. You push it out in. The mic part.
Yeah, that's good enough.
It's all the way in there? Yeah. Hello? Y'all watch this. Oh my God. Be home. Oh my God. Be home. I just let her scream out because I know that motherfuckers is telling me that this nigga is coming out saying like, no. Like this nigga is saying no. You saying no, but what? Come on, my nigga. All right, as I said before, don't worry about no noise. We got rough beginnings, and that's how it's supposed to be. That's what we talking about tonight. So let's first, just to make sure everybody is on the same page. I'm Ayo Consaco, playing when I say so, East Side Knockout, flash nigga walking on the planet Earth, Book of Flight, World's Smartest Man, The Bridge, Dead Man Walking, you know, however you want to do it. Right here to my right, I have
Realm D, Top Dog, Big F H&N, watch you spin a bin, no cousins or friends, relatives, and twins.
And to my left,
you got Big Body, you know what it is, Focus Gang. Yeah.
There it is. And we sound good. All right, that's what I wanted to know. All right, so tonight is extremely special. I had to do this pop-up live because as I was on my way back from not playing the lottery, I got a call. And it was Rem D on the other line, and Rem D said, actually, I called him, and I said, where you at? He said, I'm down here, he was bullshitting. So I'm thinking he joking. I hear somebody, man, shout out to that boy Showboat coming through early. I need your, and we finna do something with that. I called Rem D. I say, where you at? He said he's somewhere he's not, he joking around. And I hear somebody in the background. I'm like, who that? And the nigga say Body. Now, if y'all don't know, it's been a while since y'all seen Body. A lot of y'all was asking about what happened to the dude from New Orleans. They thought, y'all thought he was from New Orleans. This is the man who created the song. What is that song? I keep wanting to say it's called Go.
Wait, the one we on?
Yeah.
That Got Away?
Got Away. That was big. That's also on here first to the deluxe edition. That is one of the bonus songs that you get. Not only that, this is the man behind Roll With Me. As you can see up here, that's him. All of a sudden, he say, Body, I think he bullshit, so I continue with the conversation. Then I hear something else, and then he say it again. I'm like, why do you keep saying that? I'm like, are you serious? And that nigga said, yeah. I said, put it on speakerphone, and I'll be goddamn. Your Body wasn't in the building, man. Let's give Body a hand clap right here, man. Everybody get it. That's why, like the Breakfast Club. I mean, no. Yeah, I ain't had no button. But yeah, Body, as this is the thing, as street niggas, we go through shit. And when you get to this level of street nigga, to where, as I told y'all, the last level of street nigga is you understanding that you cannot be a street nigga any longer. When I stopped popping pills, I still had to go to jail damn near 3 more times because you don't just get to goddamn walk into your new life as soon as you stop doing wrong. You still have to pay. Like, I was still on probation. I didn't get off probation until damn near the end of 2019. You know what I'm saying? So you still have restrictions on you. It's just something in your head that just click and say, I'm done with the bullshit. But like I said, that karma that you put out there, you have to get it back. So the hardest part of your transition is going to be the beginning, because it's going to be so many things hitting you, that pressure hitting you, driving you and saying, man, and one of the biggest things is your family. Your family will be a big part of that. Your family, whether it's your homeboys, your girl, or your actual family, siblings, they are going to be, they might not know it, but a lot of times they'll be the reason why a nigga say, fuck this shit, I'm going back out there. Right. Because nigga, I don't have to deal with this type of shit. If this shit go anywhere to any other channel except Body, y'all let me know. But it's like, nigga, I ain't gotta deal with this shit. Nigga, out there in the street, at least I know what I'm saying, get respect. At least goddamn, but you get home and you just get treated like a dog. You know what I'm saying? So that will drive you in a lot of ways. But I just want to make that clear. So for anybody out there that's, you in the street, you ready to get out of it, but you don't think you're gonna be good, understand, I'm not gonna paint no false picture. You are going to hit a hard wall, and you have to just keep hitting that motherfucker until you break a hole through. So once again, Big Body is here, man. He's here. Body. Yeah, most definitely. But so obviously I got a lot of questions. First off, with what happened? What happened? We saw you, we were seeing you, you was on the channel, you was, putting out these videos, you were doing your thing. We saw you dealing with Clyde gang out there in, what was that, New Orleans?
In Slidell.
In Slidell. Okay, you were dealing with Clyde gang and everything like that. And then all of a sudden we get the word that that body is locked up. Right. So tell us what happened.
It's just an unfortunate situation. I don't want to speak too much on it because it's still an open case, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basically just falling short, man. Falling short, going back home and just getting in that environment and just getting around things that's too familiar. Things that you really don't be want to let go.
Yeah.
And it don't necessarily be the things that you don't want to let go that get you, but that mind frame that you be in, that fucking attitude. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? Just being in that mode.
Dog, that's what's so crazy and what niggas don't understand. Dog, there is no way to be in and out of the street. Because that's the nigga who gonna get ran the fuck over. Right. You know what I'm saying? You out this bitch playing. I had it in the verse one time. Those who play in the street become roadkill. Like, that's what happens. Like, you trying to have one foot in and one foot out. Dog, especially, and that's why I like watching your videos on YouTube, because one thing that you go into is the goddamn, like, the iron part of the trap, like of the street, to where, like, once you start playing with that gun, it ain't no goddamn 50%. Everything is for keeps. You know,
you're gonna lose for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
even if you win, you lose. But if you ain't playing to lose the right way, you're gonna lose the other way. And either way, bro, it's decisions we make when we young.
Yeah.
And just decisions we make when we not in the best, frame of mind, that really carry on, like, until everybody just tired. Niggas get X'd out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, beef don't never really end. Either niggas just go to jail forever, or somebody die, or eventually just get too old enough to be with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So
it just, like, beef don't die, it just die down.
Right. So eventually, you know what I'm saying? It's so pointless to the point where, you be big on the hype. And you know what I'm saying? There it's like everybody trying to prove a point, but at the end of the day, it's pointless. You know what I'm saying? But that's why drugs is such a big factor in the streets, because you can't really be in your right frame of mind fucking with this shit. Like, you gotta be a certain level of stupid. You know what I'm saying?
And reckless. And you can't be thinking logically. And it's fucked up. It's like the same thing you need to protect you out here and keep you in that mindset of not just having a panic attack is the same shit that will have you out here making decisions like, fuck it. Right. That shit be so crazy. Like,
you gotta feel like fuck it to be ready to die every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be out here thinking it's sweet, because it's as much as you feel like a nigga is a bitch ass nigga, or a nigga's a fuck nigga, or whatever you want to call him, at the end of the day, he'll set that bitch on your head too. Now, if he cry about it later when he get in that cell and all that, that don't even matter, because it's already
done.
You know,
exactly.
It's already done.
Niggas be trying to think too far for niggas. Like, he ain't gonna do that. That nigga ain't trying to go to jail. That nigga ain't thinking about that. That nigga's trying to real talk. That nigga trying to get this goddamn nigga off his bitch.
Right.
And that's what's really, really heavy. And like, and Rum D said this the same shit. Like, dog, you don't even understand how many wars have been started just off of a bitch. You thinking this shit is some real political, goddamn, a nigga did some disrespectful shit and ran off. Man, that nigga ain't give a fuck about that nigga running off with that dope.
Right.
That nigga ain't like the fact that this bitch was texting him in a flirting way. That's when he had to go. Nigga gonna let that dope slide.
Right. And the Bill case about dope behind a bitch.
And that's what they and body said, and like I'm saying, any nigga in the street understands this. If you looking at the street from the outside, you think, well, these niggas going to war because they got on different colors. If you in there, you know, it's Indian Red is a good example. You wasn't here for Indian Red, but Indian Red was a nigga who got killed while on live in his car. A nigga just walked down, he was laughing in the car, laughing, talking to a nigga who had disrespected Nipsey's mural.
He was with the nigga that disrespected.
He was on live with the nigga.
I'm talking about when he did it, he was with him.
Yeah. He was with the dude. Yeah, and so they on live talking and whatever. Somebody just walked down and just give it to him. I'm sorry, and they gave it to him. They gave it to him, and he come back up like, damn, he didn't die. This nigga, they hit him in the neck. Yeah. The nigga, and he wonder why the fuck he can't breathe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He wonder why I can't breathe. Like, what the fuck is wrong? And he died. He died right there on the live, and you hear him scratching for the phone and shit like that. And niggas was thinking that, yeah, them niggas got him because he
was with the nigga that disrespected Nipsey.
Yeah, but Nipsey, come to find out, it's because somebody had feelings for a bitch, and somebody was still dealing with a flipper and shit like that. So Indian Red was still dealing with a flipper, and a nigga he didn't appreciate that shit like that. Indian Red had been beat up by his gang and all kind of shit.
Like, his gang doing the other
yeah, and he went and like, so it wasn't, it had nothing to do with no gang. That shit was all about my bitch.
Well, see, because niggas play all type of games, but with bitches though. Like it be intended for that. So you could say it's behind a female, but niggas do shit to blatantly disrespect you when they know that's your female. That's why it'd be so important for you to have a female that understands that these the type of game niggas play.
What do you mean? Give us an example.
Like, all right, if you know I don't rock with a certain group of niggas, and you know you my baby mama, you know the only reason this nigga really hollering at you is so he can come back and say, I'm fucking this nigga baby mama. You might not even be fucking with her, but just the fact that she fucking with a nigga that you don't fuck with, he might make a reference to your kids. And you gotta realize who you putting around your kids. So niggas will go to feeling some type of way. That's like the ultimate, form of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So niggas play them type of games. So then when the nigga at your hat behind a bitch, you know what I'm saying? You playing it like it's behind a bitch. No, you know you playing some vicious game with this man. You know what I'm saying? So
real talk. And everyone, don't play out this motherfucker. Any street nigga, you know this shit gets serious. It's fucked up, but that's the fact. You got tender dick niggas out here with a bag and with that iron. So it can go either way. Just because a nigga is a stomp down nigga will stand over you, or that nigga getting them in by the goddamn 100, that don't mean that this nigga is just some goddamn player pimp. I don't love no hoe type nigga, even if he fuck other hoes. That shit can get really real, and a nigga won't stop about that bitch. About that bitch, this nigga will hold a grudge for years.
Right. Especially if he can't fuck yours.
Oh man, yeah. And like I said, and like I said, this ain't on no goddamn a nigga don't understand that shit, because in real life we all have a bitch that we either are in love with or were in love with. It's nothing wrong with being in love, but and it's not even wrong to get irrational when finding out, being hit with some fucked up news for the first time about the bitch, whether it be that nigga fucked her or she texting this nigga, whatever it is.
Right.
When I first find out, I feel like this: you only get to be in love with one bitch. I feel like you get one bitch that you can like actually dumb out about, to where like if you get irrational about her, it's all good.
To where you don't look like a sucker.
You still don't look like a sucker.
Yeah, but a nigga would have to
like a nigga can understand.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I feel you, but I feel like shit. If you fuck with somebody, you fuck with somebody. But it's like this here. Depend on. You just gotta understand that people make their own decisions.
Exactly.
So you really can't, once you start learning that level, like what people do, don't upset you as much because you know it's not your fault. Like I read something.
We go back to the same point where you still got that one bitch and you just don't be while you young. Because once you get older and you know how that shit go, it's like, man, you can't be that easy to control to where you know what I'm saying? As soon as you find something out, you ready to go crash, you ready to go. It's like, come on, nigga, you gotta be smarter than that. Like, nigga, you ain't graduated from that yet. You still letting bitches trip you out into going to pull guns on niggas you don't even know. Fuck, nigga.
Now that's just my mom. Now if you let a female always go across with you, but you know sometimes people be having minds and be really feeling like it's just crazy. But people so deceitful, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like people, if a bitch will throw a cross with a nigga, niggas do it too. Niggas will throw a cross with a hoe just so two females don't ever talk to each other. I could sit here, if we fucking the same chick, she gonna both tell us that we both talk shit about each other. So we never talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? So niggas do that shit too. So it's like, you know, every time she get around you, she telling me, bro, be hating on me. So she get around you, she talking about body hating on you.
Why you always talking about it?
Why you always bring you up?
Why you always bring I be like, man, I ain't on it.
And then the whole time she ain't even saying nothing about Ayo. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, but you just gotta understand, like I said, people make their own decisions. You can't fall for the okie doke every time.
Real talk. And it's only, like I said, and you only get so many chances. I feel like I said, one girl is all you get to actually just be crazy about. But deeper still, I wanted to tell y'all about the last time I got locked up. And I feel like us saying our experiences in jail, because we just had a situation where a nigga went and shot up Lad People Stadium. Like, what's the big stadium y'all got down there in Slidell?
What, like the Superdome that's in the city?
Like where they play high school games at. But they play goddamn, they do real big shit at Lad though. Yeah, they do. They had the goddamn Toledo. They had the Cotton Bowl down there.
I mean, they had the T-Mobile Bowl.
Oh man, there it is. But it's a big stadium and people go there. Right. And a nigga came in that bitch. They got warrants and everything. It wasn't like that when I was going there.
No, but it wasn't talking the most like
real talk. I when I was looking up the research for the last shooting, a whole nother nigga popped up.
Man, this shit young, that little nigga look like
hell yeah.
14.
Yeah.
I'm talking about little fat nigga.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm trying to nut. This nigga was skinny, coming out the back of the goddamn headquarters.
Talking about the one that did the goddamn that hit the.
I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about this one.
I ain't talking about.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's another thing. But what I wanna, that's what I'm talking about. Like, so niggas is doing shit like that. He went in that bitch. How many people he hit?
I won't say. Things that he only hit 2 people. He hit one time and one 4 times.
No, I thought it was
one 5 times.
Wherever they got them rods in the building is down.
No, cause I'm trying to see. I
ain't mad at a nigga long as he hit his target.
You're right in the script. But I'm saying what I want to say is that here it is. Body is just coming home. This is last bid. Now he ain't got no time to do free man. And that be crazy too. Why some niggas, when they get locked up, a nigga say, man, fuck that goddamn, I'm finna EOS.
I'm gonna kill this.
I'm gonna kill it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got no tag on me when I get out. Because going out, some people feel like that shit is a trap. Probation is a trap, which it could be if you plan on going back outside and being in some shit. Because they'll write some shit in that motherfucker. You can't come in contact with the police and all kind of shit. But what I'm saying is, with niggas like that going up in big football stadiums and shooting in there, niggas don't know what type of time and what type of charges they facing. So I want to tell a nigga about last time I was locked up. So nigga, because niggas think the biggest thing that you have to worry about being locked up is a nigga coming in that hole and trying to punk you out. Niggas don't know about finding out that somebody passed, You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Finding out that, you know what I'm saying, man, this bitch, you know, find out about a bitch up in there and dealing with that stress, the stress of the block. Actually, before I go into my story, when you was in there, like, give us some of the politics that was going on when you left.
As far as like in jail,
yeah, like
a bunch of bullshit.
Was y'all on lockdown?
Yeah, they had us in quarantine. You know, they got the 23-1 shit. I was on 23-1 before I left. But I mean, it's just it's the same fuck shit. Like, just, you know, niggas trying to get loaded, niggas trying to finesse you out of super. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
that's another thing. Niggas, I remember Brown came home and he said, a nigga will run a whole fucking skit. He'll do a whole day long 12-hour skit just to get a cigarette from you. See, niggas, you've never seen this level of goddamn conniving. Yeah. It's a whole nother world, and niggas is looking at you and can tell you not comfortable here. And that right there is what I'm gonna jump on that. You know what I'm saying? And so they'll come with a whole bunch of shit. If you not prepared to deal with a bitch on the outside playing two niggas against each other, you go up in that bitch, it's a nigga who can get you to just, I'm talking about Scud missile. Right. The dumb way, man, that nigga looking at you, bro. Man, you just got up in this bitch, man, but that nigga keep looking at you.
Finesse is so real to where a nigga loan a nigga a phone, send another nigga to go get the phone, step back down on a nigga and tell him, you owe me for that motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you can only play them type of games in jail.
Yeah,
it's you know, if you gotta work whatever angle you got, bro. If you the muscle nigga, if you ain't getting no money sent,
that's your angle.
That's your angle. You gotta play them type of games. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said about the NBA young boy wannabe getting beat up in there, and he on the street he killed the nigga. You know what I'm saying? You can just imagine how he was on the ground. Nigga was probably on the street respecting him. Young nigga, 21 years old. Nigga was probably respecting him. But now you come in here and everybody in this bitch is like that.
And the main thing is you gotta check that rod at the door. Ooh. That's the main thing these young niggas don't get.
Real talk.
You in this bitch 130 pounds soaking wet, but you big guy outside because you got that thing. You gotta check that at the door, and it ain't the same pressure to work that knife like it is working that rod.
Right.
Ooh, that's what I told nigga too. Damn sure what I told nigga. I said, goddamn, like a nigga put that goddamn knife in the nigga hand. Nigga be like, what I'm supposed to do with this shit?
Nigga grab a pillowcase like, come here. Nigga grab a sheet off the bed. You got a knife and don't know what you're doing with it. Nigga grab a sheet off the bed. Ooh. Come, you got one poke with that bitch.
You finna do something with that motherfucker.
Yeah. Hit a nigga with that Draper rap.
That Alabama rap. Goddamn Thug had that Alabama rap. You don't want a nigga like that. Real tall. That nigga goddamn locked his body up and can't do shit.
Got the nigga by the back of the heel.
Real tall. Nigga did an ankle lock.
Standing ankle lock.
Real tall. So where was you at? Like what was the actual facility?
I was in St. Tammany Parish.
St. Tammany, okay.
So you know, it's just dead in that bitch.
Yeah.
It's just you go get your mind right enough.
Yeah. Is St. Tammany like
OPP? Not OPP, but that's on the other side. Like, St. Tammany, it's a parish prison though, but it ain't like
it's a prison.
Yeah, it's a parish jail, but you know they hold DOC inmates and shit like that.
Like Jackson.
Yeah,
like Jackson do.
You know? So it's it's just people waiting to get time, people that got time, you know.
Do they have a sack in them?
What you mean by that?
Weed, coke,
yeah, it's whatever they could get in there.
Yeah.
But they don't even let no mail come in that bitch. It's like you really, and that's most jails now, you really be having to finesse that shit. But you know, if your people locked up, man, send them a cash out, man. Get them right.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Let them get their day by, man. You know, they trying to, it's dope, strips, whatever.
Yeah.
Mojo. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's really like whatever get you past the day, man.
Dog, and that's dog. Tune in, go to Brim D YouTube channel for all you niggas who been locked up. Give a fuck where you been locked up at, but mostly Alabama niggas. Brim D is going to demonstrate what a skeeter leg is. That's why real talk. Nigga need to know what a skeeter leg is, and he gonna show you a goddamn roll up. You know what I'm saying? He gonna show it the real way. So get over that channel. That video is coming. I'm making sure of it.
You know the mojo coming paper now.
They call it paper route. That's what they call it in Alabama, paper route. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, but you know, hear me say all you gotta do is I send you the recipe, bro. You can go get the shit out of whoop, nigga. Put it in the goddamn barrel, a bucket, a cooler. Take the paper, soak it up in there.
That's too much game, man.
Yeah, man.
But you know, you get up in that bitch, the white boys will tell you how to goddamn make that bottle shit, shaking bottles. They shaking bottles, and also the goddamn the fucking what is it?
They tell me put my shirt on that.
And you know how nigga get home, goddamn, but got nigga. I'm saying I got my shit together, real talk, nigga, real. I'm going the real way. Yeah. You know how
I got a shirt on.
Real talk, the real way. I'm talking about it, man. Real talk. What they did pick and poke in there, or what they did?
Man, we got guns. I ain't sitting there no pickle.
Oh shit.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I set up under that goddamn big folk. They goddamn what's his name did Justin did it. You remember?
Who Justin?
That was in the white boy that Nero was fucking with.
Oh, Atmo Mule.
Huh?
Atmo Mule.
That what they got?
Yeah, the little skinny white dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. They wrestling with grabbing on their booty.
Yep. If you have not when it got here first, go get it. That's where you gonna hear the new song created by Big Body. Here first too. Here you go right here.
God, keep me out the way of these niggas. Caught my pistol, told my granny for to pray for a nigga. You can't call that.
Make sure you go get that heavy. As you'll see, if you want to support, like I said, we got a lot more to talk about tonight. But if you want to support Big Body, as you should, every real nigga should come home to a celebration. I think we need to do that a lot more often. As y'all know, I didn't like the way I came home.
You gotta put a 20 at the end.
Okay. I didn't like when I came home and didn't get my I didn't feel like I got my proper flowers. So we have to celebrate real niggas. We have to. All right, so you'll have that Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. That's how we rock it, the real way. All right, so when you first got there, you get to St. Tammany's Parish. What's going on? Like, do you go to St. Tammany Parish, or do you go to another jail and then they ship you to St. Tammany?
Well, you know, I'm from Slidell, so you know that's the parish, like a county out too. So Slidell go to St. Tammany Parish. We got Slidell, Covington, Lacombe. There's a few other little cities in there. You know what I'm saying? We all go to St. Tammany Parish.
Okay.
But you know.
So like definitely go to Baymonette.
Right.
All right.
Parish is they county jail.
So, you know, it's pretty much, you know, everybody knows each other. You know what I'm saying? So ain't really no trip shit in there like that. They got a lot of niggas from the city come out there and go to jail and shit too. But they don't really be on the trip shit. Everybody really just, that's that blues. Everybody help each other get through the day. But now, you know, it's your typical jailhouse shit though. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have scuffs and shit, but it's just a whole bunch of bullshit.
Real talk.
So when you young, that's kind of the, you know, the height, the age I am now. You know, when you're young, you be in there trying to prove a point. But when you know, stage I'm right now, you know, everybody who come up in the streets and we pretty much already established. You're not, if you in there and you my age, you really trying to go with the move, like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't really on no bullshit. You've been doing this too long.
Too long.
You know
yeah. And I can hear, like I said, I can definitely hear. I remember talking about it, and I would ask him about like lockup and
yeah, they do got a federal building.
Talk to him.
He said it's a federal building. Yeah, they got feds in there too. Brian Turner, you know, Slidell Coversations.
Oh, that's Brian. Yeah, Brian. That's his shit. But like, and you can hear it in a nigga. Like, so when I was talking about lockup and shit like that, a nigga he was just like, I don't watch that shit. Like when a nigga have lived it for so long like that, a nigga could be like that. Like, man, I don't fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga trying to be on some other shit. So I can hear it in you. Like that shit is annoying though. You right. Like, and I imagine like going to jail right now. If I went to jail right now, that shit would be like, man, this is bullshit. Like when you younger, you do kind of go in that bitch, man. We finna go outside today. You know what I'm saying? We finna go.
What's so crazy after you done did it before and a multiple times, that shit get on your nerves.
Well, it get longer because you know the process.
I'm saying it get on your nerves to even, you know what I'm saying? So when I was in there, nigga, you know, you got the young niggas and you know, them niggas maintain or whatever. You know how niggas run the structure and shit.
Yeah.
But just how they be so antsy and hype and shit is like, bro, go sit your ass down, man. Talking loud, yelling and shit, bro, go sit your ass down, man.
Well, that is not lying. Like y'all niggas is, but they in there on that time they supposed to be on. It's like, nigga, we in this bitch with the nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to bump, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, take a nigga so bad.
Yeah, all that.
You know
we don't know all the dumb shit. Anything.
They cater to like jail chain. Not saying it was just better, but you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as all that muscle shit, like your ass in them parish jails, your ass going to jail, they gonna rebook you.
But like, ain't no fresh charges?
Yeah, ain't no more fucking, you know,
step down.
You finding the weak nigga and you muscling them out of the store and you know what I'm saying? And you split it with the like they gonna then they got the kiosk machine. They could tell on you from the kiosk machine. You know?
They ain't got to drop them.
Man, niggas is, I know in the county, niggas is watching that kiosk. If nigga don't beat you up and you can go there, nigga come
out here, folks, if you trying to get a goddamn, if you order a stove, nigga, you don't get on that goddamn kiosk for a week.
In that motherfucker where you can take in the room.
But they tell us about the technology that they have. Like, do they got the kiosk? Do they have little tablets like this? Because when I was in Metro, they had
it's something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, you can get off to yourself with a tablet and niggas had them bitches on lock. Like
it's emails and shit, you know. You know, but
50 cent an email.
I ain't lying, bro. It really, I swear to God, that shit ain't nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you what's dope, man, is that when a nigga goes through this shit and you get locked up and then a nigga is just truly tired of playing, you know, out there, this is what a nigga needs to hear though, because it's the young nigga that goes to the football game and shoot that bitch up. The nigga doesn't even understand. So like, y'all can research body to know what it is. So after you done did what it is to do in the street, you done met nigga on every front, you done checked every box in the street, that shit it's not a nigga, as I said, on the other side, you see that goddamn a nigga, like that shit don't mean nothing. But as a young nigga, you thinking go up in this bitch and shoot this bitch up. You really finna goddamn.
I'm gonna be goddamn
respect.
I'm gonna be
my name.
I'm that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But you get talked about for about a day or two or a few weeks or whatever. You always be that nigga that went out like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always gonna be more niggas that go out like that. And like you just gonna be forgotten. But like,
that's what they don't know though.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
what they don't take.
And they don't believe it. Ask that little nigga from Tumbleville, Lil Steve. I'm talking about just nigga with the little flow, just firecracker hot. Kind of like that nigga 23. Just hot boy hot and goddamn, you know, so the little, and that's y'all niggas is being blinded. The little hoes love that nigga that just bouncing around, jumping like, got that bitch out. The little hoes love that shit. And you really think that shit is going to transcend that wall. And that's why your beat is going to be so tumultuous. That's why it's going to be so hard, because you are going in thinking that they are not going to just say, fuck you as soon as you get your time. Right. But that's exactly what's going to happen. Just as soon as they see, they not coming to that court date to support you. They coming to that court date to see, should I give up on them or do we got some life? Nigga, if you get anything more, like nigga, we really pushed it, but nigga, anything more than a year and a day, don't call me. Don't call me. You need to focus on your time. What the fuck? Like, I was stepping for you.
Right.
I was stepping for you.
They gonna be fucking with the niggas.
I was just gonna say, soon, then you wait a couple months and a nigga come in there, you know how nigga be talking about, well, you know, T-shirt out there from goddamn Mayville.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that big booty so soft, and you over there bitch playing checkers, man, little bitch. T-shirt. T-shirt. My wings. Ooh. Man, now you over there bitch beating the phone down.
Yeah, man, nigga can't even play the game no more.
Hell no.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all little niggas, the same feeling that you feel that make you just be so in love with not only the bitch, but with the street. Like, you think that your homeboys symbolize the street and fun and shit like that. And that's what you're going to be trying to reach out to remember the street. And them niggas is going to be going on with their lives.
Right. Yeah,
you've never seen what is going to happen on that side. And by the time you see it, it's going to be too late. And you're going to be that little nigga in 20 years carrying around that damn Bible like Steve, making Christian raps. Real talk. Like that, I'm talking real talk. Like, and,
it's real.
You know what I'm saying? A nigga does not understand that wall, that place, the reason why it's a world inside itself, because the people in the real world they act like it's a whole nother world. That's the other world, nigga. We in this world. I can't reach you. You too far away.
Right.
Don't matter where the jail is. You too
5 minutes up.
Yeah, you too far away.
But it's so rare you can't forget the situation that people be in before you go to.
Ooh.
Like you can't expect
yes, Lord.
You went to jail. That nigga hit the lottery.
Real talk.
Nigga still fucked up.
Yeah, and nigga, so you think you goddamn you finna go in this bitch and goddamn just be able to honey bun, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
After the first few months, man, you really gotta make your own way to make your money in there.
Man, a nigga gonna learn about budgeting, rationing.
That's my shit.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Like, you got a whole bag over there.
Yeah.
You eat one soup a night, like, nigga, get what, 2 months from now? I'm gonna have a whole bag over here still.
Yep. Right. That nigga get that nigga, he get the goddamn canteen, he'll have a good canteen to survive. And that nigga goddamn still be out there whole when trays come. Oh, now I got a cake for breakfast in the morning. I got a cake for goddamn grits in the morning. Oh, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got no. Yeah, who want to sell their breakfast tray, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And because that's how a nigga is rocking. But that's really how he did it. The nigga goddamn budgeted everything and never overdid nothing. It was never. I don't even remember no damn doo-wop night. Right. Niggas in that bitch surviving the real way.
We gonna do why we gonna collab.
Real talk.
One cake to go in on the doo-wop.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on my pitch shit.
You really gotta starve yourself to have some.
Yeah. And after a while, you get used to it, and then once you really view what's going on, You still eating good because you can go in your bag.
Yeah.
You got niggas in that bitch real deal sweating to the morning. And they hungry. You know what I'm saying? That's where I kill them.
Yep.
I got a suit right now at 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? The trains was killed at 4. 7 o'clock, got this suit right here. Yep. I need that tray in the morning.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. You know what I mean? Yep. That like and it's like that ain't taking a nigga weakness for granted. Nigga giving you a suit right here. Like you really overeating. My nigga, if y'all go on the channel, we made a goddamn brick on the channel. Show you how to make a goddamn I can't even know burrito. What we call them? Brick. No, we didn't call them that. We called it something else.
Burrito?
The burrito.
You say burrito.
Yeah, burrito or something, but it's like when you put the chips and the noodles in the chip bag.
Yeah.
What y'all call that?
A brick.
A brick, yeah. But like when you can get that goddamn, you ain't gotta be fancy. You don't really need no goddamn chips to lock that bitch up. You can get you a regular soup and break that bitch. What the hell? You can get a regular soup and break that bitch up. I'm gonna cut this bitch off. I'm gonna cut this motherfucker off. I'm gonna cut this bitch off.
He's busting down the cornbread off the tray. Trying to lock up the brick.
Oh, that's selling.
Oh, that's selling? Okay. Yeah.
Sellers,
we slide.
Free sellers.
Free sellers. The movement continue. But no, like I said, it's you can survive in there. But you gotta be cognizant of what's going on. But more of what the issue is that niggas is on the street living like they don't give a fuck about tomorrow, only to get in an interrogation room and decide that they do give a fuck about life. Right. Now it's time to goddamn, man, I need to think about my future. My nigga, you were just out this bitch on live putting the guns in. I don't give a fuck, my nigga. I don't give a fuck.
Right. I got a little girl, bro.
You got a little girl. What the fuck? You got kids? What the fuck? Like, nigga, you don't live like that, nigga. I'm trying, nigga. Nigga.
And that's exactly what the nigga talking about. Like, it don't matter that the nigga going through all that shit after he done hit you in your shit.
Exactly, because your shit is
still dead. Now you can tell all.
Yeah. And see, that's what I was telling y'all. And that's so you done went in this damn crowd and shot and accidentally killed one of my loved ones. And then I look on YouTube years later and they got you in that bitch with lipstick and fucking, you got your fucking towel on your head. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What kind of, like, are you serious? So my nigga, you an accident killer, but my family is torn apart because you wanted to play out here.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. If you really don't give a fuck, you need to go ahead and, like I said, get started on your push-ups, get started on your weight program, because when you go in there, you're going to have issues. But y'all niggas out this bitch on pills, on lean, you know what I'm saying, on the bag, on the molly, and skinny as fuck. And you go up in there, bitch, with niggas that may be associated with your victim. You gonna get victimized. You niggas cannot even protect yourself at all. Like, you can't even, like, you are really that little. Like, you can't even protect yourself. You look at the average everyday nigga who's saying that he's like that. These ain't the goddamn niggas who was athletes in high school.
Right.
These niggas is skinny as fuck, and the only reason they had any type of respect on the street is because they had that eye.
And heart. A little bit of heart.
Yeah, I don't know if that's heart. Because a nigga, if heart means,
you don't know they don't have it till they get there.
Exactly.
It's easy to
pump fake out here.
Right.
Easy to pump fake. That gun will give you a lot of courage.
And then in jail, you end up in situations that you might fall in a dorm with a whole squad that don't fuck with you. They might have been in here. Niggas get partners in there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you 5, 6 deep in there and you by yourself, and one of them niggas don't fuck with you, they gonna roll you out. Exactly. So if you ain't ready for it, you know what I'm saying? But that just come with it. Like, everybody got that shit coming back if you living like that.
Yeah.
You gonna have to take an L some type of way if you really getting it on.
Just like they said, if you really didn't have fights like that, you have to have had a loss. You have to, like, goddamn, you done got jumped before. You didn't win this one. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga put something on my never forget. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit ain't, and that's a whole nother thing. And this is why so many people fuck with Grim D channel, is because nigga ain't coming on that bitch like, nigga, we got them. Nah, I'm letting you know, and that's the fucking difference. Right. This shit is not all good. It's gonna be losses. And honestly, in the street, it's mostly losses, just surrounded by, so you have a lot of lows with some temporary, very high highs. So one night you might have two bitches goddamn licking Molly off your chest. You know what I'm saying?
Shots fired.
And then, you know what I'm saying? And like, or, you know what I'm saying? You got them, one night you got, you know, 4 bitches.
Or you set a record and really make you goddamn 2,500 in one night. You know what I'm saying? You set a record, but nigga, you don't take in consideration that charge that cost you everything. That shit gone so fast.
Oh my God.
So you even talk about a retainer fee.
Real talk.
Bond, retainer fee.
Y'all niggas need to stop with this goddamn showing money on the goddamn internet if it ain't your money, man. Y'all niggas need to stop that shit, dog. Like,
but you know, that's the whole. That's the hype. You know, you talk about that all the time, or that's how they stereotype. You could just go watch niggas' pages and figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can find out who beefing with who, by who kind of under nigga shit. Who, you know what I'm saying? Nigga beef with a nigga just based on the comment he left under another nigga shit.
Dog, and it's that serious. Dog. I was just saying this shit. They just showed a video of a dude. I can show this shit. I can show you this shit. They just showed a video of a dude. This nigga was in jail. This nigga was in jail. Watch this.
Eventually, you know, as I got older, you know,
watch this shit, dog.
Right now, federal prisoner in Atlanta appears to confess to murder in a nearly hour-long Facebook Live video recorded.
30-year-old Joseph Fletcher on Saturday. He was live for nearly an hour, presumably by way of his mother's cell phone. Fletcher is from Akron, Ohio, where police describe him as one of their most dangerous criminals.
But man, I run Akron, man. I'm the biggest thing in Akron, man.
He's serving a 39-month sentence on weapons charges, but in the video appears to admit committing a murder another man was charged with.
Everybody know I did it. I did it, yeah. Everybody know I did it. I did it, yeah.
And that nigga's from Ohio. Like he must.
That's why he thought he was good.
Yeah, he must. And when I saw that, I said, "Dog, these motherfuckers really gave us these things. That's the only reason why this shit is free. Like, they gave us these phones so that we could tell on ourselves. Like, now each criminal has their very own down here they call it 574. Well, in Mobile they do 574 because that's the beginning of the number to call the police station. So in the jail, I'm finna 574 this nigga. That mean you finna goddamn tell on or whatever like that. Do y'all got that on like above the phone? Like they tell you where you can tell at?
No, where they got the crib. They got the
That's coming soon over there. Like I said, Brim D got some heavy shit on the way, man. And once again, the reason why, like I said, Saturday. Make sure you come to Conversation with me Saturday. We're gonna be talking about a mother who is disciplining her 2 girls for not taking care of her other 2 kids. Like, she's making them babysit, and so we talking about that Saturday on Conversation with Me podcast. But the reason why I started this diet, Saturday will make a whole month, no sugar, no meat. Obviously, maybe with a Red Bull or grapefruit juice or orange juice, a little bit of sugar, but I'm saying like there's been no meat and no, heavy sugar and shit like that. And I did that for a month. And the reason why is because January, like I told y'all, Brim D, has been seen by some companies, you know what I'm saying? So we going out there to Texas to speak to them in January. So I wanted to make sure I looked the part just in case, you know, something happens and we got to do a video or take pictures and shit like that. I'm not expecting anything from this trip, but I'm just happy that y'all and AO Nation did enough with this project to where it's been noticed by big companies. So once again, I appreciate y'all for that. If you haven't got Head First 2, you better jump on the wave because it's serious. But as I was saying, that's what this whole thing is about. It's about progression. And just because you are a street nigga, that don't mean. Body said this. Like I said, I'm surrounded by a lot of knowledge, a lot of street knowledge. Between these two, dog, like a motherfucker could guide one of these kids, but it would have to be someone like this, because a kid that wants to be in the street is not going to respect the motherfucker in the suit and tie.
Oh.
They're not going to respect the motherfucker that come, let me tell you about the book. They need somebody that then been shot at niggas, robbed niggas, know what I'm saying? Everything. Like, that's who the little kid is gonna respect. And with that, you can tell the nigga, hey, that right there ain't how you do it. Like, it's only gonna end up over here. You first have to have that little nigga respect. He's not really gonna respect a nigga who you coming straight from a job or, you know, but that
right,
so
do the same thing.
How you do
out here, man?
That's been too long. You know what I'm saying? We need to be in successful positions and still be admired for what we did in the street and be examples of, dog, that shit don't work.
But that's the catch-22 though, because at the end of the day, you want them to know that that's not what I want you to respect. See what I'm saying?
And see, and that's at the end of the book. But see, right. The first thing is getting them to come to it. You know what I'm saying? Open the book. You know what I'm saying? So so you start the book thinking, you know what I'm saying? It's a book Brim told me about called The Secret. And just off The Secret, it's like, man, I want to know what the secret is. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers probably talking about some shit. But then by the time that they didn't suck you in with the title, but when you get to the end of the book, it's saying that the power of attraction is what the secret is. You know what I'm saying? Right, if you think it, that's what it is. You said something about that too. Then it was, what did you say about it?
About what's that?
The power of attraction.
Oh yeah, the law. Yeah, what you give is what you give is what you get.
Yeah, like what?
You know
yeah, what?
Like,
yeah.
You gotta put that. Like when you think positive and you train yourself to always keep the negative thoughts out your mind. It's hard.
Yeah.
But you know, your mind will attract certain things. It's like a certain vibration that you're gonna reach. As far as, you know what I'm saying, always thinking positive, keeping the right shit on your mind. And that inevitably has to come to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, you gotta remember that it takes time because of the negative, you know, you thought so negative for so long.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
that shit's still on the way too, that
right. Yeah, that shit gotta come too, but
yes.
Once you reach a certain vibration where you know you get to a certain level where you thinking positive and that's all you really into, it's gonna come, bro.
And a lot, don't be turned off because when people hear about they need some vibrations, man, they need some shoppers.
Right.
What a nigga is saying is that the vibe of it, like, don't that negative, just negative shit. Like, that's what that is. You're gonna vibrate positive shit by thinking positive shit. But if what you think of is death and destruction, and that's all it is every day, that's what it's gonna be. And also, don't think that you finna goddamn just get $100 million fall from the sky. You need to be doing something productive to where you can be successful in it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So as you're thinking positive, you need to think about being positive within your goal. Within your positive goal, there is no way to think positive about something negative. So you thinking positive about how this lick gonna go, that's not like, my nigga, that's so you even might get the money, but you finna have to pay that back.
Right. That's that law of attraction. It's gonna have to come. You can't. I see that in a movie. You can't be happy off other people's misery. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to experience that misery. But that comes with growth. Like as you learn that, you accept certain things that come later, and you also start making better decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Like once I know that if I hit you, even if you don't hit me back, somebody's coming to hit me back. I'm not gonna hit you so easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's inevitable that has to come back on me.
And that's the blessing. That's the blessing of growing old, is that you actually got to come to this conclusion. To be, and it's fucked up because it's just like death and the state has this, or the oppressor's way of life. It's damn near, if we talking about niggas in the street, so like they say AIDS is what? AIDS, let's do something better, chlamydia. Now, let's say, what is it? They say 1 in 4 people have herpes. 1 in 4 people have herpes. So if you got 10 people in the room, it's 2 people that have herpes there. In the street, you get 5 street niggas around.
One of them got herpes.
You get 5 street niggas around, and you get 5 street niggas around. 3 of them are gonna die. No, 2 of them are gonna die in the street. 2 of them are gonna never get out of prison, and 1 of them
is on probation.
Yeah, 1 of them. Yeah. 1 of them will be goddamn the one who did some time, but he's not gonna die in prison. So,
and that's because he's gonna no longer be a street nigga.
That's correct. That's correct. There is no, and that's what that. See what I'm saying? There is no way. There is no way to do that. There's no way to be in the street and make shit work. There is no way to do it, because the reason, the allure from the street comes from a nigga being able to be broke today and rich tomorrow. The only place that can happen, nigga can talk about this goddamn, this fucking, nigga can talk about this goddamn, nigga can talk about this fucking, what is it? The hell was I finna say?
Hell
yeah.
I think it pop up. That bitch came up big too.
Yeah. But no, what it is that there is no luck in the street. The reason why they do a sweep every 3 months at that Sitgo on Azalea is because that's the spot. And every hood has that. It might be the apartments, it might be a certain hood, but every 3 months, 6 months, year, 2 years, they do a big sweep. You know what I'm saying? Every hood has it. Well, you know, they just goddamn swing through that motherfucker. It's damn near like a woman's fucking menstrual cycle. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know that bitch coming. You know that bitch coming, and it's gonna wash niggas away. Right. And it's been a lot of niggas who simply got caught in the wave. Yep. Niggas was not even no shark or no fish. Nigga, the net just came up and got them. You was in the water.
That's part of it.
You know what I'm saying? Right, this shit, exactly. Shit does not have to make sense. It does not have to make sense. As soon as you find out a nigga a street nigga, why he died, I'm not finna think about why this nigga died. He was a street nigga. Ain't no telling what the fuck happened.
Right. Nobody feels sorry for the game.
Yeah, nigga, the fuck, like, nigga, anything can happen out here. You could have, nigga, that nigga got a stupid ass plug, but that stupid ass plug got some stupid ass motherfucking paranoia going on. They might be cleaning up shop.
Smart.
If, you know what I'm saying?
If he's smart, he's paranoid. If not, right, that nigga goddamn just as stupid as the money he got.
The fuck?
Well, definitely gets some.
No, it's this street thing. The reason why niggas can smile and show their gold and fold the money out, and then 2 days later, nigga be walking down the street with just all the way fucked up, is because this street don't do nothing but eat and destroy niggas.
Right. But it's zoned off like that.
What you mean?
Like it's designed like that. Like it's is zoned off like that. Like we're not gonna go. We don't have to go on that side because we know that that's not where the drugs at. You know where it's at because you know the recipes for it.
Yeah.
Section 8, poor people.
That is.
People who are striving to, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The lack of, the schools around here, the education bad, so you know what I'm saying?
That's a whole, and you're right, and there's no way you can deny that.
As soon as you go to that wrong side with this activity, ain't no every year, every 3 months. So they get word, they on the way.
Boy, nigga know that. Nigga know when he in the wrong section, when as soon as you pull into the motherfucker, niggas whoop a nigga over, just trying to see who you were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it happened. Like, nigga, what the fuck you think this is? Nigga, we finna show niggas been saying this shit about damn near for years. When Biden first came down here, they whooped him over right there in front of the goddamn, right there in the driveway.
Right, so he can't do that.
Niggas been saying that shit about damn near for the longest. You come from Mobile with that, but that's what you were saying. Niggas come from New Orleans, coming through Slidell, thinking it's just, you know what I'm saying? We gonna take over this motherfucker.
Right.
Shit.
It's a whole gang here. Y'all wouldn't expect it.
What? It's a whole different thing. That's why when I came home, it's like I know I'm done with everything because there's nothing that you can do here.
Right. But even if you don't come on no takeover shit, like you just can't, like all right, the difference between say Mobile and here.
Uh-huh.
All right. They might be less likely to fuck with you on some weed shit because they more focused on guns.
Yeah, murders, yeah.
So around here, they might take you to jail for weed.
Yep. Will.
They'll catch it. Niggas not riding around with hammers like that because they know they tripping. So they might got them.
Yeah.
But we just ain't caught all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, we probably got this bitch ducked off.
Yeah.
Might got one on the set.
Yeah,
you know yeah. But we ain't just.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, but that's
niggas ain't walking it again.
Niggas ain't come over this bitch thinking that they gonna come over here with that same city mentality. Like, oh, nigga, it's on me, nigga. Play. I'm finna. It's like shit.
Nigga, you gonna be out the way in just a minute, like that. Yeah, this be back
on at the store. Oh, you ain't got no
man. Them folks is calling the police. Right. Dog. These folks these patrons in the store clerk, these folks is calling the police. They finna know about this goddamn red car that's driving down 98. Nigga, when they pull you over, it's probably gonna be a sheriff, a federal police, and everything.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Brian said he most definitely know. Yeah, them bitches do not play on our side.
Oh no, sure.
Them bitches will knock your dick in the dirt. But I mean, but it's real, bro.
Tell them about what the white boy do if you come to the north.
But nigga, don't get it fucked up though. It's still happened to a nigga around here playing.
Oh, and that's everywhere, and that's always everywhere. It can, that's another thing that can really throw off a ecosystem for a little while. Like you might come over here and throw it off for a little while, but it's gonna go back to normal. It's like your body, nigga. Whatever is not natural is gonna come out of it. Right. It's going to so you got a bullet. As time you're not supposed to be here is gonna push you out. So you can come over this bitch and look good for a good 6 months.
Right.
A smart nigga will get what he can get off of you in the beginning and get the fuck because this shit is definitely you got this bitch wide open. But these folks know about this shit the whole way. They know everything. Like, but in Mobile, like you don't gotta stop at no lights. That's why I went over there. Like, ain't no lights you gotta stop at. You're not gonna get pulled over if you get pulled over. You don't need a tag. Like it's free world over there. They don't.
If you stop at a light, they can allow to pull up on you.
I ain't gonna give them all that. Yeah.
But it's both niggas in them type of situations.
You right. No. You're right because I wouldn't. You right because I wouldn't. When I was over there, I was, you know what I'm saying? I knew to move around the circle. I was liking the fact that I was invisible and I wanted to stay invisible. But you're right. When a nigga beefing with a nigga, hell yeah, why y'all in the same neighborhood? Why the fuck?
On site.
Yeah, real talk because the police ain't coming for and they gonna be slow to goddamn handle shit. All kind of. That's why Pritchard is the lawless land because it's just like. in order where I was at when the Secret Service came, if you go on a Patreon, you can actually see where I was at. The sheriff had, you know, you got places like that where only the sheriff can go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's that place in Slidell? Like, what's the
Slidell like? All right, they like in Lincoln Park. It'd be Slidell City Task Force. Maybe in the north, just the sheriff would come. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we all deal with them how we deal with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in Slidell, if you got Slidell PD, if you got warrants for the sheriff, you know it's not gonna pull up. So, you know, you might could be wanted for the sheriff, or, you know, vice versa. You did. But it's like, you know how to deal with each one. Like, we spook to the sheriff. They spook to Slidell. Like, but that's because they deal with them and we deal with them.
Yeah.
You know, so they know how to move around them. We know how to move around.
Yeah. So, and that's the whole thing. You come into a different place and just trying to goddamn set up shop and just make noise immediately without doing your research. But usually it happen on accident because the nigga might be on the run and nigga just, man, I gotta get some money, so I got me a bitch. That's how I was to Selma.
Right.
As I was when I went to, I was running away from here for the warrants. I went to Selma, goddamn, and nigga put a goddamn hitman on me.
No.
Man.
I didn't call me.
Man, shit, what year it was? And by the grace of, and God has just been so merciful towards me. I didn't even know, like, and this how you get, niggas wonder how niggas come out the street and have these habits of, you know, being nervous, not trusting, extremely paranoid, always seeing the worst in people. It's because in order to survive, if you survived in the street and you was really out there, in order for you to have survived, you would have had to make mistakes, seen other people make those mistakes, or escaped the mistake that you made. It just so happened the nigga that I'm riding around with thinking this nigga, my tour guide, this is really the nigga who was supposed to kill me. I'm talking, and it's like, I left a nigga hitting the phone. I'm talking for days. When you come, and it's like, God damn, but that was on some bullshit too. But like I said, I was out there, bitch, just blindly. As soon as I got there, I'm blindly trying to find some damn pills and just expose myself to everybody. By the time I went to the third person, well, oh, you the nigga, you know what I'm saying? So niggas already know it's a nigga around this whole riding around the real way. Oh, man, you know I'm coming the real way. You know I'm coming the real way. You know what I'm finna do. Oh, man, you know I'm finna shut down the goddamn and see what's going on. But that recklessness, like I said, is good in this business, and it's even good in the street in some instances. But it's easy to make enemies.
You gotta be watching now, cause it's like everybody, like there's really ain't no spot that you could go where niggas ain't be a young boy and shit.
Oh man,
like everybody got sticks, everybody strapped, bro.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, I don't give a fuck if you go to
Toys R Us.
Toys R Us, nigga got a stick
in my baby stroller.
They can have 3 people in the town and 2 of them rap and they out.
Man, Slidell historically used to be safe, but now it's one of the most dangerous areas in New Orleans. Slidell is in New Orleans?
No, it's like
what the hell?
Area. It's like if it was Atlanta, Slidell would be like a area or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all. Like it's like surrounding areas. Like,
are y'all close to the bed? Are y'all close to the bed?
So how long?
Well, 10, 15 minutes.
Damn.
Okay, it's like this in Mobile.
Yeah,
it's like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like right there.
Yeah,
you know
okay.
But it's really 2 different lifestyles.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same way.
Yeah, same show. Yeah. But let me tell you. But because I know first day home, got work in the morning. I just had to keep him over because I wanted y'all to see him, and I had to make sure that y'all show body love. As soon as he touched his feet on the ground, he had to come through here. So we had to celebrate as we should. Body, you got new music that you made before you went in. We're gonna be goddamn premiering that shit on the show. We got a lot of shows coming up next week. I gotta have you back in this motherfucker for it. But just so y'all don't say I clickbaited, let me tell y'all what happened when I got locked up. I got locked up. When I got locked up this time, last time I got locked up, Secret Service come, they got me, take me to interrogation room, and they telling me, you know, to tell on myself and make this a bigger case than what it is. I actually had saw them. I came over here. The day they got me, I had just dropped him off.
Oh.
I had just dropped him off.
And they followed you, didn't they? They
followed. We went to Marriott, and that shit, like I said, God has really just blessed us. At that time, this nigga, the goddamn dog food had hit. It was my first time seeing dog food. Man. Them motherfuckers was right there at that new goddamn apartment complex. That's where the fuck they parked at. Oh, right in front of Grandma's house. When I came back and put the chains up, I was putting the chains, when I told her I put all the chains in the house after I dropped you off. And so we rolled down and we in Fairhope going to Point Clear. That's rich folk city. The police can pull you over there and a citizen pull behind and say, yeah, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? The city block the road. Hey, you got him? You got him? You know what I'm saying?
That's like, they shot the movie Get Out. And it's really like that.
They shot Get Out down there?
In Point Clear.
No.
Oh, really?
Damn, I didn't know that. But yeah, so he was going to the Marriott. My first time seeing dog food was in that car ride. So, dog, if a nigga would have had to eat that dope, nigga would have died.
They would have busted that bag, but you remember the time when I was on 98, I had some in the bag bust, but I ain't swallowed. I was spitting the shit out.
But it was getting on your tongue.
Yeah, I was loaded.
Oh,
I was loaded.
Straight up.
Oh, God damn. But yeah, so that was the day. So I had dropped him off early morning. When they got me, it was like 11:45 a.m. I had got out of my street clothes and I got into my worker clothes. Because when I was going into these stores, I had worker clothes on. Looked like I was a construction worker or a welder. I had a welding cap, gloves in my back pocket, a goddamn a knife on the keychain, just real. I went and bought a wallet for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like a goddamn, cause you pull out a wallet of money, like deal with the buck. So no, I wanted to goddamn put all that guard down. So I was just gonna go back out. I had all my shit together. I come out the house. I'm taking the trash to the road. If you go on the Patreon, you'll see the house that I was in, and you'll see how long. It wasn't very long. It wasn't like a long walk. Maybe 10 yards to the road from off the porch. Put the trash up there, and I see a Mobile police car. Like I see the ass of it. So he's like on that side street, but I can see the ass of his car right there. I've never seen Mobile police over here, but it's a head start down the road. So like, man, please let that be goddamn for the damn something happened at the head start or something like that. But I look to the right and down that road, go to the Patreon and you'll see the road. I look at the end at that intersection. It's a great Challenger. I'm looking at the Challenger. I'm like, nah, hell nah. No, this ain't for me because I'm moving around. I got this shit booming. I'm doing it. You remember?
Skies on.
Yeah, you remember I was doing. I was having.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I was on.
Did you tell me about the disguise? You had the construction worker.
The construction. I had the welder.
Yeah, I had the welder.
The mechanic. Everything like. So I look like. Yeah, I look like.
I had makeup on it.
Makeup and everything. You would know. I look like a fucking gentleman. And I be on the phone. Yeah, Bill. Yeah, let me get a 2-piece wing. Yeah, hey, tell them to bring my truck around the back, Eddie. Let me get 2-piece wing and I'm gonna give you a tip afterwards. And that will make them goddamn feel like, yeah, goddamn, I'm gonna get some money out this shit. Someone might have known and they still goddamn, you know what I'm saying? So bam, I do shit like that, but bam. So this day, I see the gray Challenger. I see the goddamn Mobile police, the ass of the car right there. I'm like, no, this can't be for me. I take one step back and the whole world explodes. And right there, the damn black SUV, this white man is on the goddamn what that bar? Yeah, he on the foot rail on that bitch. Look, like he goddamn selling a ship, land hold. This nigga goddamn hanging out the window like a gangster. And he put your hands up. Whoa, turn around. What's your name? Aaron Lewis. You know what I'm saying? So he had me, so they put me in the car, whatever like that. And then they went in the house and destroyed that lady house. Looking. And so they had the whole road full. In the car, I guess they said that in plain sight, I had some of it. So they went to the car, said they saw it, and so they called the tow truck. So that whole street was just filled with police. They had niggas coming out from behind the house with no utility belt on. Nigga coming, I'm talking skinny Usain Bolt nigga coming behind the house looking mad like I wanted this nigga to run. Nigga, today was my day, nigga. I'm finna do it today, nigga. Like I'm finna do it. That nigga goddamn, I'm talking no utility belt. Like this is the I think they call it it was a fast team, go team, but it's a group of them like white dudes who run like marathons and miles and shit like that. And niggas who can just scat, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. No utility belt. My whole point is to come get you. So they come behind the house. So they got me in the car. And that's when I meet the detective that got fired. That's the first time meeting the detective that started all this. When the dude was pulling up on the foot rail and he said, put your hands up, I looked down and his badge said Secret Service. I'm like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no, because the first thing you think when you see Secret Service is
president.
The president. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come to find out, they have the Treasury also. So all that fraud shit and all that come down to Secret Service. So this detective who came to the call and was trying to see if I wanted to talk right there, you know what? Do you know why we have you? No, sir. No, sir. Aaron, come on. You know why we got you, right? I'm trying to see what's going on. Okay. He closed the door. That was a Mobile police detective. The dude that came off the rail of the car, that was a Secret Service man. You know what I'm saying? They went in the house and they were trying to find more shit. When they didn't, I guess the Secret Service man talked to the officer. You can't put it on silent. He came to talk to the Mobile police detective and said, where's the shit? You know what I'm saying? Where's the shit at? And that's when the detective came to me like, you know, he was trying to make me crack right then. So I would tell him, all right, go in that house right there and look under that floorboard and shit like that. Right. I don't know what's going on. So they bring me down to headquarters. If you in Mobile, it's right behind the food stamp office on Broad Street. I didn't even notice. So we went in the door and went into a hole. That shit looked like CSI. When they got all the computers and shit like that, you had the buzzer door and shit. And they went in that bitch and they had a holding room. You know, like shit that don't look like a police department. And they got a holding room with a handcuff shit right there. Like, man, what y'all got going on? Yeah, like what the fuck? So he put my arm.
Stealing the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like that. So they got me, and so that they come and sit down, and you have to think. I've stopped popping pills at this time, but so I'm in the beginning of my shit. I'm thinking that I didn't stop popping pills, so all my problems gonna be gone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't. So I didn't get like this after one day of stop popping pills. It was a whole fucking episode before I got to this point. I thought if I stopped popping pills, now I can do crime, and I won't, you know, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? And I would justify the shit like, these motherfuckers, the money ain't real no way. the Federal Reserve make fake money anyway. I ain't doing nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, bam. So on our way to the jail, I'm telling the drivers, like, man, how much time you think I'm gonna get? Yeah, you know, they always want to tell you shit that's gonna keep you calm. Yeah, man, I don't think it's too bad, man. I don't think it's too bad. I'm like, man, that was Secret Service. Well, yeah, I'm sure if you just cooperate with them and stuff like that, they seem like they'll be pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we getting that motherfucker, and they come in that hole, say, so you know why we here. Obviously, we got your car number. We're about to go to Knollwood. That's where I was alternating between these two houses. So I had the apartment in Knollwood and the house in Snow Harbor. So I would go back and forth to these places. We know about Knollwood. We got you at this place. They would say some places. So do you want to talk to us? I'm like, yeah, I want to talk, man. I want to talk because I need to know what's going on. Okay, so tell us who gave this to you. See, I was trying to see when the egg hit. Turn that. Okay, turn the kitchen down. Okay. All right, and when the egg was in the basket, Sam, get out of there, Sam. And I just kept running that shit. I'm talking about, I went in that bitch and went just extra goddamn. Eddie, help me. You know what I'm saying? Green egg. You know what I'm saying? I went in that bitch and did it. I did it. Them niggas, so they thinking it might just be a goddamn communication barrier. So they leave out. And they finna go into they finna real talk. I did the thing, nigga. I'm 2-0, nigga, the real way, nigga. Nigga, I'll tell you about the first time the feds came to me another time. But so they told they walking out, said we going to the next property. They were going to Knollwood. So as they were suiting up about to hit Knollwood, and there's a dude actually that does media in Mobile that was in, you remember? The dude, the next door neighbor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he do shit with goddamn Drake up now. Yeah, he interviews and shit. But I'm gonna bring him on so he can tell you. But they said them niggas came in that bitch. Dog, when a nigga from Knollwood came to jail, man, my chest was out so big. I was in that bitch about 30 days and niggas like, man, that nigga, that's the nigga that goddamn brought the feds to Mobile. That nigga brought the Secret Service. Dog, that nigga came to the door. Bro, what the fuck, bro? Them motherfuckers came on the door. They stacked up, man. They goddamn. I'm talking real deal. I'm talking stack on the door, 5 man. They go up in that bitch and tear that shit apart. And everybody got different stories about how they came. But niggas said they came with so much force and brutality. Yeah, man, the real way, man, the real way. And so that shit, but you know, like when somebody from the street come in and say, "Shit, that nigga that, boy, that nigga, yeah, man, I ain't did nothing, man, I ain't did nothing." But so bam, here it is. But like I said, when it comes to this jail shit, that's why I say, like, if we talking about street nigga shit, like when that shit matter, that's when I show up. That was my goddamn, you know what I'm saying? That was my time. Interrogation room, I'm gonna make a movie in here the real way. Right. And I'm gonna do it so goddamn real that motherfuckers, they sent a black bald head like lieutenant in there, a Mobile police officer. And obviously they told him, man, see if you can make him talk because we're not getting anything. This nigga gonna come to the door like, man, you better say something to these folks, man. These folks, you know how much time you facing? You better tell these folks something, man. And I'm just blowed. I'm like, is this nigga serious? Right. Like, nigga, you really, like, so you trying to impress them because they didn't see the Secret Service. They came down there for me. So he around the Secret Service. Now this nigga want to goddamn, let me show him how good I am at breaking niggas. Right. I seen that nigga like, you Uncle Sam ass nigga. And so I ran it on him. He's like, man, you better tell these folks something, man. You know what time you facing, man. Like, I know, Unc. Tell him, Unc. Tell him what's going on, Unc. Unc, what you talking about? My mama said you gonna get me out of this. who your mama is? And soon as when he broke character, it was over with. You know what I'm saying? So I had this nigga thinking that he was confused at that point. So he turned it down. So like, nigga, this is an act. You bullshitting. You bullshitting. You know that if they didn't told you that it's nothing they have. That's why when they went in the house, they came to the car. When they went in that house, they were supposed to come out that house with certain objects. And they did not come out there with that shit. Niggas is scratching their head this whole time. You go in the interrogation room with, it don't matter what the charge is. Fuck that. What are they gonna bring to court? Yeah. What they gonna bring to court? And so from that time they arrest you, they can say, nigga, terrorist, whatever the fuck they can say. But in the interrogation room is when you make that shit solid. If you go in that bitch and confirm what it is, you're not walking out with no lesser charge.
Yeah. Right. If they bring you in that bitch, they bringing you in that bitch because they need something.
They need something.
If they got whatever they would have came out the house with what they went in there for.
They would have said that nigga would have came to the window with the goddamn, they would have been shaking hands and everything. Nigga was confused, like, no, let's get him down.
See what we can
get. Let's take him down, down. You know what I'm saying? Like, get him down there so we can see. So I did that shit because by the time I got to Metro, I said, I was in a holding tank, like, yeah, I'm just finna go and do these 2 years. Yeah. I'm finna go and do these 2 years. Come on back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm finna go probably get 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And just so,
they ain't gonna kill.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If I'm in the street, jail is understood.
Right.
Death is understood. I tell y'all, when we was outside, when nigga was saying they didn't give a fuck about nothing, nigga meant that shit. Nigga meant that shit.
Right.
Fuck going to jail. Like, nigga, I'm out here. I'm living for nothing. I'm having fun. Whatever come with it, the real way.
Right. Can't nothing buy.
None of that. And like I said, that's like, so it's as far as working with them and allowing, like, because they was trying to, they came in that bitch on some North Korea shit, trying to scare me on some shit, like on some, you working with these people to goddamn, to take down our country. You know what I'm saying? So you go,
right.
Yeah, when Sam came with the eggs, that's what I'm telling you. Listen to me. I was already listening to y'all on the phone. They said they saw my phone. I was looking up world's most comfortable prisons. And I was. I swear to God, I was, nigga. The fuck? Yeah, I was. I know I'm gone because I'm a real nigga. The fuck? Because I'm a broke nigga. So when I seen nigga, I never forget, man. I never forget, nigga. I was in the bathroom. I'm in Norwood. I'm in the bathroom. I'm on the toilet. I never forget this shit. I counted out $981. Man. And right then, I started looking on my phone. What's the most comfortable prison? No, I'm done. But my nigga, when I had that goddamn money, all the money, I went down there to Taylor House in West Mobile, and I said, "Come on down, go down." And he like, "What you want?" And I like, "Come on, man, get in the car." He was finna get in the car. I showed nigga all that goddamn money. That nigga said, "Oh no, get from around my house." This nigga going to jail. You ain't got with a gun. No, bro, go ahead and get the fuck around. Like,
y'all see niggas be saying it might be looking like $900. That ain't. Man. But you gotta understand, this nigga wasn't selling no dough. Right. This nigga wasn't working no job. So this money just appeared out of nowhere if you ain't know what was going on. You just popped up with it. He don't rob niggas. You know what I'm saying? Straight finessing. It's like, man, what the? Well, I know nigga finna come kill you. You know you goddamn ain't no way. Straight.
Real talk. And so here it is. When he say don't sell dope, he talking about at that time. Cause I was in the dope hole. So let's get that shit correct. Right. I was in the motherfucking dope hole. Yeah. Nigga, I'm the one who ran, man. Nigga, real life. The fuck, yeah, man, the real way. You know, my shit, MOB, my shit was really just like weed. Like if I caught a nigga on a late night saying something about some coke, I would whip some shit up, man. Like this retarded. And he said this shit the other day. The shit I was doing, nigga was really supposed already been. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we been parking lot of Walmart.
Man, hold on. I don't know what story you finna tell. I want you to tell my story. Man, that's hold on. Now that was a goddamn hold on, dog. Hold on, nah, we finna go back. That shit was real drink. What the nigga talking about, man? You listen to that nigga, he'll tell you ain't no real drink out this bitch.
I'm saying though, he was disrespectful with it, bro. That nigga went straight to that bitch, got some light quick.
Man, I'm gone, bro. Hey, you disrespectful with it. The real way. But no, I'm gonna tell you though, like, you know, it. And we'll go into them stores a little bit later, but it's like it's two different sides. Over here, he really was like the training wheels to when I went to but no, I'm gonna say on like the heavier shit. When I came in with the weed and then
you walk around with the jaw.
Yeah, with the right around the jaw, and then I went to manage. I went back to managing. When I first managed, that wasn't nothing to talk about because I shouldn't have did that. But I was just stretching my power. But I went from the weed. Really, what happened was I went to the pills, and that is what just did everything. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm just out here, and a lot of it come from the training wheels with him, but then by the time I got the Mobile, it was just, you know what I'm saying? I was just on my own out there and then the Molly hit and everything just went crazy. Everything just went crazy. You know what I'm saying? But never, like I said, Mobile, I never had no situation where anytime that any guns came out, it was unnecessary. I remember being on that Molly, being in Pritchard, right there in front of Checkers. That's what Friday did. I was at that Chevron, just outside the gas station. The reason why I said I seen $981 and was blowed is because before that, in this scam I did, I would never build the money up that high. So in order to do drugs the way I did drugs, you run by goddamn $1,000 in 2 days or a day. Now, I ain't gonna say that.
About a week though.
But you know what I'm saying? So you niggas, any nigga in the street can say he made $1 million within his street career. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you take all this shit that you didn't took and all this shit like this, you know what I'm saying? You didn't made $1 million in the street.
Right. It'll pass through your hands.
It didn't pass through your hands. So when I got money, nigga, I'm going straight like, nigga, get this money away from me. Get this money away from me, nigga. I'm finna goddamn
immediately go to balling.
Yeah, nigga, real way. Just dog, and that's what I'm saying, and that's a blessing. So I come out there, and that's all I know is, and that's why you will say that a college nigga or a nigga who may be from the suburbs will do better out there when it comes to the real shit than a nigga who was born in the street. That nigga who was born in the street, maybe he knows, he didn't seen a couple niggas go to jail, come home and still get love. But when you coming out this bitch and a nigga is actually telling you this right here, that's the code then.
Right.
That's the code then. And when the rubber hit the road, a nigga shine like a star. Nigga shine like a star. Like I said, I never forget that shit, dog. It wasn't just because we came home on that charge. While in there, the feds came and tried to goddamn, because of my background, they thought I was gonna be the weakest link. They came in that bitch had all my cases right there on the. But I'm not gonna go all deep into that because I didn't forgot. We just started talking. I know nobody got to get to work, and we got a big day tomorrow on this. But look, when I was in jail, I went in the tank, and I bogarted because by this time I was gaining weight. So now I can bogart. When I went to my cell, it was about 2:00 in the morning, and I didn't. So if you in jail, you can. How y'all do it? Like, do you have to sit up front 3 days, or can you just say send me to the back?
No, you gotta sit them 3 days.
You have to sit 3 days.
They can keep you in that bitch about 2 weeks. They had a hole in the thing. That's their rock, but
damn,
like they had a whole news article on that shit. They had to stop. But yeah, now it's 3 days. You go to the back.
You have to step. Oh, like so a Metro. Yeah, real. That's crazy, man. Like
I'm going to the back that night.
Yeah, like because I'm not bonding out. You know what I'm saying? Like right. So I didn't have no bond. There was no bond. I'm going to the back. But they had a lot of people processing. So I came in at. They got me at 11 is when they came. We got to Metro after I did that stunt at the goddamn the Fed house. So I mean, we got to Metro by 4:00, maybe. But by the time I got processed from the front to go to my cell, I can't even remember. We had mat. Did they have mats over there?
And when you first come in, no, you just sleep on that seat. They give you a blanket.
I'm saying like when you go to the back.
Oh yeah, you got mats.
Man, we got there in Metro, niggas. Your blanket was your mat. Niggas was in that bitch 3 days. Some niggas was in that hole for a week with no mat, and it was 5 to a cell. I never forget that shit. Man. They don't give a fuck about that. And when you like
a 2-man cell,
in a 2-man cell, nigga put 6 in that bitch and act like it ain't no problem. We was on them boats. They ain't even have no boats. Y'all got boats?
What that is?
Them boats, the plastic boat.
The mobile bed. They got so many people. They put a boat.
No.
They don't do that in the county.
They just on the floor.
Slap a mat on the floor.
Yeah, we ain't had no mat. You were just on straight iron. So you might have a bump, but you don't got no mat. Damn.
Yeah, when
man, somebody from Mobile let it be known.
They'll roll y'all like that, but you might not have a mat for a day or two. But everybody take the cotton out the mats, all the mats be fucked up.
Oh, yeah, you do that.
See?
We on that. Yeah, I had a double stuff.
We call them Cadillac.
So it be our own fault when they got no
man. Nigga, all they got their money they making, they better buy some
mats. All that money they motherfucking making, man.
Every time they push them new bitches over,
nigga, I had 2 mats stuffed in one.
Real talk.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Get the white butter soda bottle back up. Nigga sitting in that bitch.
They bitch ass nigga trying some goddamn, they call him ATW. This nigga got a cat like, hey bro, leave me the mat. Gotta take it back, man. He told us.
Yeah, that's that whole shit.
They said, I got to, bro. I got to.
Hey bro, you finna go home, man. Let me get that tray. And I'm here till I'm here, man.
I just left a nigga a Cadillac wreck.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, wedding. You know what I'm saying?
I had the
yeah, man, that shit is goddamn. That shit come in handy, man.
That was left of me, so
yeah, that shit. Man, yeah, dog. That stress of being in there is enough. If you know you gotta go lay on concrete or iron. Right. That make that time retarded, my nigga.
You're not saying nothing out the way.
But yeah, I came in, it was locked down. I feel like it was like 2:00 in the morning because nigga was in that whole sleep. Nigga wasn't in that whole, like, you know, when they first closed the goddamn doors, niggas is making they goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, they eating it, you know what I'm saying? Nigga was done eating it. Both niggas were laying down with no talking. You know what I'm saying? So they bought the door. I talked to them niggas for 3 hours. It was a big nigga. Shout out big homie from Pritchard. He actually gave me a ride when because he had to go to he was on probation. And do they make y'all go to a what that shit AA meeting? AA meetings in NA?
Yeah.
I'm saying, you know, that's part of drug court. You had to go there.
If you get drug court or some shit like that.
Yeah. What they say?
Big dog neck. St. Louis.
Yeah. What I was supposed to ask Max. Oh man, shout out to RJ 90 901 RJ showing love. Seneca Larry came through, said keep up the good work. We working. Y'all have the Cash App Make sure y'all show love. If you're watching this now or if you're watching on a recap, we showing love. We do for hours when they get home. I got in that bitch. It was, and I talked to them niggas for 3 hours. They tell niggas I'm finna do 2 years. I'm walking back and forth. I'm giving niggas a goddamn conversation like I talk to a bitch when I'm trying to goddamn talk her to sleep so she don't be wanting to fucking shit. Real talk. But I was just stressing and when you talk to niggas, especially when you go into a situation like that, you can talk to niggas. I made it my business to go to that bitch and damn what's going on at home. I'm yo, both niggas.
I be mad as fuck. That didn't come myself to the one trying to get
what's going on at home? What's going on at home? I'm yo, at home. Yeah, man, I'm about to be gone for 2 years. Whatever we got going on, let's handle this shit right now, my nigga. But he goddamn nigga the real way. Yeah, nigga. But I learned, watch where I learned it from, though. Watch where I learned it from. Nigga hit the block, it's immediate. So any issue that you have, let's bring it to the forefront.
Oh, yeah, most good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's all that is. So I talked to nigga, but everything turned out to be good, whatever. Shout out to that nigga. What's that nigga name? Ophil. I was locked up with him. Huh?
Dope in the chat. Dope low.
What dope at?
You know what I'm saying on the bottom?
Well.
Third from the bottom.
Man, you better listen what the fuck Robinson just said, my nigga. You see what the fuck it is, nigga. You see what the fuck going on? This is the CO right here. This is the CO right here. He was a CO. Nigga was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Nigga cool as fuck, man. Cool as fuck. Yeah, man. Yeah. So no, it was all love. I remember. I never forget though, Lo. I mean, this was a C block. The reason why we was able to beat that case the way we did was because it was cool niggas in that bitch and the streets knew, you know what I'm saying, how we rock. And so when they saw that they had Lewis and Williams in the same housing area, nigga just let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? So
two co-defendants don't supposed to be in the same block.
We was co-defendants, you know what I'm saying? So they were supposed to have me on the whole other side. So they had us in the same block, and it was just that, you know what I'm saying? We were cellmates. So whenever they came with a deal for him, you know what I'm saying? And then they tried to get me when I went to preliminary. You know what I'm saying? And they come like, you know what I'm saying? You go home today shit. And you just tell them motherfuckers you ain't do it. But like I said, that's one of them things where you got to know who you outside with.
Right.
By this time, like the reason why we codependent is like, you got to just know the whole story, how it happened. Like, I didn't spend the night at his house. I lived at his house. He lived at mine. Right. With all the shit that niggas did.
Stayed at the smoker house.
Stayed at the smoker. That's how we got banned. But, you know, just out that bitch in the street the real way. And shout out to Julian. When we was exonerated for that, Julian was the first one. That nigga said, well, y'all did that because that shit was historic. 2 niggas came in this bitch, codependents, and showed like you keep it solid, case disappear.
Real talk.
Ain't no case.
At any given point, this nigga could have, when he said preliminary, you go home, see, he didn't say that. The catch was, we know you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Right. Just tell us who did it, you go free.
Yeah.
You know, ratchet come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's what it was. It was just, you know, they was going off the original statement as it was. So that's why they said that. So you don't want to be here anymore, do you? You know what I'm saying? And so that was that.
Yeah, victim told him who did it, but it was just like, both of them together. He was a, what's the other word? Co-conspirator or goddamn. Yeah. So we both got banned, but they knew that, shit, you gonna give us the rundown. You good, man. You good.
Yep. And that was the same visit. That was the same stint where the Daphne branch FBI came in there, and they had all my mobile cases and everything right there. And they were talking about the different watches and earrings and glasses they had that you can use outside. You know what I'm saying? So they were trying to get me to work. They didn't just want no goddamn, they wanted me to go back outside and work. So these are the type, and then, like I said, this is where shit go crazy. Everything is denied. You know, hey man, appreciate that love, man. I'm gonna holler back at y'all. I get out of there and I go back to the block. By this time they didn't separated us, but not because we were supposed to be separated, but because something happened. How the fuck did you get in D block and I was in C? Because I got to D block first.
You did?
I went to D block first. Yes, I went over there first. When fucking with Nero on the button.
Yep, you was in there with Kiru.
Yeah, yep, yeah. And so bam, so here it is. The nigga, I hit the door. Hey, D, the Fed just called. I'm thinking this nigga, man, when he hear that goddamn the invisible people just came to me and tried to goddamn get me to work for him, he gonna be like, man, hell yeah, the street shit is over with, my nigga. We just been straight rap. I told this nigga, man, the Fed just can't holler at me. It's over, man. We gotta get out this shit. Man, hell, man, they ain't got no evidence, man. Shit, no, it's all good. Like, he was really trying to say the reason why you don't have to get out the street is because it is. I'm like, my nigga, the invisible people out there, if they would have talked to anybody else who, you know what I'm saying, felt wrong to play it anyway, they would have had a real worker outside. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. Oh, yeah, they definitely did. You know, it's a lot of, you know, and you got to go over to his channel to get a lot of that down home, you know, operations that they have that they done got people to snitch and do controlled buys without no time on the line. Niggas will go and tell just so they can goddamn get some money from the goddamn people. You know what I'm saying? So
$1,000 from them to go buy a goddamn
and get
personal credit, go buy that bitch for $700 and keep them free dope and money.
Yep. So I can't lose. So it's just crazy. But like I said, keep working. Make sure that you fuck with what we fucking with. Body will be back over here. Like I said, if you fuck with the platform, you fuck with us. Make sure that you show love. Get over there. This is mandatory. You have to go to Big Body 20 on YouTube. It's 2 G's and 2 Y's. So you know what I'm saying? Just carry that shit out. What is it on Instagram?
On Instagram is at Big Body 20. On YouTube it's just Big Body, 2 G's and 2 Y's.
It say at Big. What does it say on Instagram?
Instagram is Big Body 20.
Oh, so the same thing.
Yeah, but YouTube is just Big Body.
Oh yeah, Big Body, yeah. So yeah, handle business. A lot of good music coming. My nigga, we working. I'll see y'all in a minute. Love, love, love. Get your Brim D channel so you can hit them stores too. Real talk.
But see, Darius is different. Darius is different. You don't ever know what's going on with him unless you're standing there with him, and you probably still don't know. So he's different. But see, Darius is different. Darius is different. You don't ever know what's going on with him unless you're standing there with him, and you probably still don't know. So he's different.
This time, so when I came back down to visit from school back in 04, I mean, he was full-fledged, you know, wearing colors, you know, talking gang slang, you know, wearing a flag, and, you know, he was really, you know, kind of progressing in that culture, you know, a little more skipping school, you know what I'm saying? Just a little more recklessness. And like I said, man, for me, I knew what it was, but I went through them stages too. So I was in my mind, you know,